Coming up next on Behind the Badge.
He's breathing.
An officer saves the life of a baby not breathing. Two unlikely delivery rooms. Two 911 dispatchers help two expecting mothers deliver their babies over the phone. Preparing for the worst. Multiple agencies receive active shooter training. Faith and Blue, bridging the gap between the police and the community. Body cameras in action. Good deeds by Murfreesboro police officers don't go unnoticed. Those stories and a lot more. Behind the Badge starts right now. Hello everyone, I'm Larry Flowers. Welcome to another edition of Behind the Badge, an inside look at news and newsmakers of the Murfreesboro Police Department. A Murfreesboro police officer is being hailed a hero after saving the life of a one-year-old baby who wasn't breathing.
Soon I closed my eyes, then my boyfriend screamed out and said, "No, help, call 911, Marshall, call 911.
It's a parent's worst fear.
911, where's your emergency?
Their baby not breathing, fighting for life.
My son stopped breathing.
In all the panic, the mother and father unsure what to do, other than to grab their unconscious baby and start driving.
Listen to me. Are you driving right now? Are you in the car? Hey, I need you guys to pull over. What color and type of vehicle are you in?
I'm driving.
You're in a gray car?
Murfreesboro police officer Robert Bear happened to be in the Bradyville Pike area when the medical assist call went out over the radio shortly after 2 a.m. on August 31st. He was flagged down by the frantic father who wasted little time handing his one-year-old son, Zaire Brown, to the officer. With only moments to react, Bear quickly realized what part of his job is all about: saving lives.
Hey, Zaire.
Come on, man.
Hey,
Please,
stay with me, buddy.
man.
Stay with me. Zaire, stay with me.
Daddy, please don't stop
Okay.
breathing.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
He just woke up and started breathing right there.
Come on. Stay with me. Stay with me, Zaire. He's breathing.
Picked him up, and his eyes rolled in the back of his head, and that's when I set him back down, and he wasn't breathing again. So I started chest compressions again, and then once he came to, he started breathing.
Come on. Stay with me, little man. Okay. Hey. Not like my blue lights. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. 11:45, the baby's breathing.
Firefighters and paramedics would soon arrive and continued medical care. Officer Bear's emotion taking over.
Relief. I don't know how long I did compressions for. I told someone else, I was like, it felt forever, because I think in that situation it feels like forever.
Almost a week later, an emotional reunion.
You remember me and all my stuff? Oh, this is weird.
Officer Bear gets to hold little Zaire once again, but this time under miraculous circumstances.
Thinking about my own son and wanting to go home and just grab him, make sure he was okay. And then coming back here tonight, it's a good feeling.
I lost my child in 2020, so we really appreciate it, and I thank you very much.
Mother Marshall Brown is a woman of few words,
Yeah,
but
he's
her
gonna be
message
4
for
in
Officer Bear speaks volumes.
I'm glad that you saved our child, but it ain't one for you.
Brown says Officer Bear is her son's angel on earth.
It's a miracle. Verily, he's a miracle, and I'm proud of him.
It has been said that every officer remembers that one special call for service in their career. For Officer Bear, saving little Zaire Brown's life is his.
Absolutely. I'll never forget the things that took place and the sound he made when he started breathing.
Spit it out, buddy. Okay. He's breathing.
Officer Bear received a commendation for his heroic actions. We have two heartwarming stories that will surely brighten up your day. Two 911 dispatchers are also being called heroes after assisting in the delivery of two babies over the phone.
911, where's your emergency?
In an emergency, dispatcher skills are put to the test.
I think I'm in labor, sir, and they sent me home from the hospital. Okay. Telling me I had some poisoning and my water tube broke and I'm in very bad pain.
She was very hysterical. Obviously, she was in distress and definitely in need of medical attention.
Murfreesboro Emergency Communications Center Communications Specialist 2, Ethan Vanover, would get a call he would never forget.
All right, they're on the way to you, okay?
What should I do?
I'm going to give you some instructions.
Police Fire Dispatch, Ethan.
Vanover calmly walks the soon-to-be mother through what to do next.
What should I do?
It's okay. Just breathe. Just stay still for me. I'm sending the paramedics to help you now. Stay on the line. I tell you exactly what to do next. Do not try to prevent the birth. Do not sit on the toilet. Assume the most comfortable position and take deep breaths between contractions.
The 24-year-old first-time mother is 37 weeks pregnant. Her contractions minutes apart.
She was in pain due to the contractions, and I was able to calm her down and be there with her during her time.
Honey, is the door unlocked? I need to know if that door's unlocked so that way they can get in there. Can you go unlock that door?
Yes, sir.
7 minutes, 11 seconds into the call, the baby makes an appearance.
My baby just came out.
Okay, can you get a towel to wrap the baby?
Murfreesboro Fire Rescue Department firefighters arrive and take over.
Right as they were walking in the door was when she announced that the baby had came and that her brand new baby boy had just arrived.
Vanover knows this is a once-in-a-lifetime 911 call.
Due to my emergency medical dispatch training, I was able to utilize that and help bring new life into the world. And it's life-changing and it makes me feel great. And I've actually, you can see the instant results of helping someone because now they've had a child.
Thankful he has the skills and training to ensure this new mom would be okay.
It means a lot. It's something special. It brings new meaning to the job because every day is different. And this is not a call that you get every day. Dispatchers go 20 and 25 years, Larry, and they never receive this type of call.
Vanover hopes to one day meet the bouncing baby boy and his mother.
I think it would be a wonderful experience to get to meet her, and then also for her to meet me, because then she can put a face to the voice that helped her.
Well, if you give me the address, we can send officers out there.
It started out as a routine day at the Murfreesboro Emergency Communications 911 Center.
It was typical. We were pretty steady. Call after call.
But for Communications Specialist 2, Katie Holland, it didn't take long for things to take a turn.
911 location of your emergency.
A frantic, soon-to-be father pleading for help.
My girl's having her baby. Can I get an ambulance?
How far along is she?
She's very far along. She's had 1 week left.
That timeline, moving up fast.
I thought she was just in the beginning stages of labor. I thought it was EMS was going to get there, get her to the hospital, but then he told me that the baby was ready to come.
Okay, they're coming. Just try to keep her as comfortable as possible, okay? She's in a lot of pain.
The couple couldn't make it to the hospital. The delivery room, the front seat of a car in a parking lot on East Main Street.
All right, I need you to check, and I need you to see if you can see any part of the baby the best you can.
He's coming.
You heard them right. Their bouncing baby boy didn't plan on waiting, ready to make his arrival into the world.
I need you to stay focused for me and keep an eye on your wife and your baby, okay?
He's coming out.
Okay, good. Okay, listen, that's a good thing.
It was definitely relieving because that's the best possible outcome that you can get. There didn't seem to be any medical complications. The body was doing what it was naturally supposed to be doing.
The 5-year dispatcher says all the training in the world doesn't prepare you for this type of 911 call.
You can only train so much for actual human emotional interactions, and the basic medical training, it helps, but you can't really practice for that sort of scenario.
Murfreesboro Fire Rescue Department firefighters and paramedics would soon arrive and take over medical care. Dad beaming with joy, as seen here on an officer's body-worn camera.
You good? Thank you. You breathing? Thank you. You breathing?
Holland, a mother herself of 2 teenage girls.
I've been fortunate enough to get to the hospital on time.
Often, dispatchers never get to see the outcome of their 911 calls. Holland hopes this time will be different.
I would love to see the baby.
There we go.
Dispatchers receive stork coffee mugs and lapel pins for their successful over-the-phone baby deliveries. With the unfortunate rise in school shootings, it's essential that first responders are well equipped to handle such emergencies. Right before the beginning of the school year, multiple agencies received training on how to respond and handle an active school shooter. It was only a drill.
Repeat, shots fired over on Creek, first grade hallway.
To train first responders how to prepare for an active school shooter, active aggressor.
I've got 1 shooter down, multiple casualties.
We always try to make the training as realistic as possible. And that's what we do, is we just try to add elements of realism into every training scenario that we conduct.
Police storming Overall Creek Elementary School with one mission in mind: stopping the hypothetical threat.
We iron out any wrinkles in our training scenarios, so if we do have the unfortunate event of a real-world situation like this happening, we'll be prepared.
The training exercise was a team effort between school resource officers, police officers, firefighters, paramedics, the Emergency Management Agency, and Murfreesboro City Schools.
Every time we train with all of our fellow emergency responder agencies, we always take away relationships. We build relationships when we're out here, so if a scenario happens, it's not going to be the first time our police officers have worked with these paramedics or with these firefighters.
The scenario was as real as it gets. First responders rescuing teachers and staff, playing the part of the injured in this training exercise.
It's going to be brief, give a quick update. I will entertain a couple of questions.
Even an impromptu news conference for the media.
Incidents like this show how close-knit our community is, and of course we will be stronger moving forward. Thanks.
The training exercise took place right before the start of the new school year, showing the importance of being prepared, especially with school shootings happening all across the country.
It's vital. It's absolutely vital. I mean, God forbid it happens here, but what better time to do it than right before the school year kicks off. So the training is as fresh in the minds of the responders as possible.
Speaking of school safety, MPD has added a new school safety division. It was the focus of our latest 10 Code podcast. What prompted the Murfreesboro Police Department to start this new division?
Well, I think, Larry, like everybody in America, our primary focus, our primary goal of all things is to make sure our students, our teachers, our faculty, and our school buildings are safe and they have a quality learning environment. And I think that's really become a focus across America for a lot of agencies. That's how important it is. Our kids are our most important resource. And so, we realize that we have to really tailor what we do, because a school environment is a unique environment. It really is compared to the rest of policing. I think most of America thinks of a police officer in a police car riding around. Right. And our mission in the schools is not exactly the same. So we really have to tailor our thought process and our planning toward that specific issue.
The 10 Code podcast can be heard on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music Audible, and Google Podcasts, and can be seen on City TV channels 3 and 1094, as well as the City of Murfreesboro's YouTube channel and Facebook page. MPD joined the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office for this year's Faith in Blue weekend, with the goal of bridging the gap with the community. The third annual Faith in Blue weekend in Murfreesboro kicked off with a movie in the park featuring Remember the Titans on Friday, October 6th. The movie was chosen because of its message of putting differences aside and working together to accomplish a goal. It was all about community, residents and police officers interacting, getting to know each other.
The faith-based organizations are a close-knit group usually, and we just want to bridge any gaps that may be in there between the police department and the faith-based organizations, and just afford people an opportunity to talk about topics that they may not feel comfortable just walking up to an officer on the street or in a store, but we're here in a low-stress, non-emergency situation, and just, eating some hot dogs, playing some games, having some conversations.
A family fun fest and touch-a truck were the highlights of the Faith in Blue activities on Saturday, October 7th.
We've got all kinds of different work trucks here for the kids and the families to come out and see up close when they're not working. We've got several community organizations, faith-based organizations out here. We've got a youth group from River Oaks Community Church challenging some officers to a game. Just had an officer say that it was a lot of fun and he left here sweating, and it's not hot outside today.
This year, Faith in Blue Weekend was in partnership with the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office.
We try to be very engaged with our community so we can hear their concerns and know what they want from us. We're here to help take care of our community, but we are part of the community.
The National Faith in Blue Weekend was observed October 6th through the 9th. Oftentimes, good deeds by police officers go unnoticed, but that's not the case for two Murfreesboro police officers whose kind hearts were caught on their body-worn cameras.
Luckily, I have a buddy that works over there.
Yep.
My grandson's around now, so I'm assuming my mother went to fall back in bed.
Sure. There you are. Honestly, that was pretty quick.
We're going into NASCAR.
Hey, let's do it. Hey, I'm
Sir, thank you for...
Absolutely, not a problem.
Thank you.
You have a wonderful day.
I was trying to figure out how long I was going to sit here because I didn't know how long mom was going to take to answer.
Well, glad we can get you on the way. Be safe.
Hey, where are you trying to go? All right, let me just push you. I don't want you to get hit. All right? I'm turning you around. Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
Folks in Rutherford County are now able to text to 911 as an alternative to making a call in a life-threatening situation. Remember, call if you can, text if you can't. A golf tournament is held each year honoring the life of MPD Captain Byron Motley, who died in the line of duty in 2006 after rescuing a child who was drowning.
The purpose of the golf tournament is to raise money for Murfreesboro High School students, minority Murfreesboro High School students graduating from the Rutherford County High Schools. So every year we take the funds raised here, and we also have a fundraiser in the spring. It's a banquet. It's been virtual the last couple of years, but a banquet where we raise money to give money to graduating students. The golf tournament is in Byron Motley's name. As you know, Captain Byron Motley was one of the second black police officer on the Murfreesboro Police Force. He died suddenly and tragically trying to save a child from drowning. And we do this every year in his honor to remember, because he was an avid golfer. He was an adjunct professor at Middle Tennessee State University. So we have one of the scholarships every year in his name to a student that's going to attend Middle Tennessee State University. So we make sure that we honor Byron in that way.
Before we go, we want to give a few shout outs. A special shout out to Special Operations Division Detective Kobe Reed on being named Officer of the Year by the Exchange Club of Rutherford County for his work in the community in helping opioid overdose victims and working opioid-related deaths. A shout out to MPD's School Safety Division Commander Don Fanning and Sergeants Chris Williams and Haley Shannon, who were honored at a recent Murfreesboro City Schools Board meeting. The newly created School Safety Division is dedicated to keeping students, teachers, and staff safe in our city schools. A shout out to Murfreesboro Police Department Crime Data Analysts for the dedicated work they do behind the scenes, which helps officers and detectives identify suspects and solve cases. A shout out to Murfreesboro Emergency Communications Center Operations Coordinator Becky Green, who was on hand to answer potential candidates' questions at the Rutherford County Communications District Job Fair. A shout out to all the officers who participated in the Rutherford County Traffic Safety Task Force Touch a Truck event at World Outreach Church in September, as well as the Rutherford County Traffic Safety Task Force Trunk or Treat Halloween Drive-Thru in October. A shout out to the MPD K-9 officers who participated in the National Narcotics Detector Dog Association competition held at the MTSU Rec Center. The competition was part of the NNDDA National Conference. Remember, we're here to serve and protect you. If you have any questions on the services the Murfreesboro Police Department offer, please give us a call at 615-849-2MPD. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time as we go behind the badge.